Hello, family. I hope you are excited about Carnival Venezia, which is coming to the Carnival Cruise Line. It's going to sail out of New York, which happens to be my closest home port. It sets sail on May 29th to June 13th on a transatlantic sailing from Barcelona, Spain to New York City, and it will start its sailing out of New York City on June 15th. So let's take a listen to Glenn Aprile, the head of product development of Carnival Cruise Line, as well as Christine Duffy, who is the president of Carnival Cruise Line, who will give us a complete breakdown of Carnival Venezia and let us know in detail what we should expect.
I'm here with Glenn Aprile, our head of product development for Carnival Cruise Line, and I hope everybody that's joining is ready to learn a little bit more about Choose Fun Italian Style as we get ready to debut our new concept, which we're calling Venice Class in 2023. So, we are receiving 2 ships from our sister brand, Costa, our Italian sister. And the 2 ships are Venezia and Firenze. We're very, very excited because these are actually brand new ships, pretty much, right, Glenn?
That's right, yeah.
And they are going to appear as Costa ships on the outside and the Italian design on the inside. But, of course, Carnival Crew, more importantly, Carnival Fun with an Italian flair. So, as you'll see, the Costa blue and yellow on the hardware, and these were originally built for operations in China. So, with China being closed, Carnival Cruise Line is getting the benefit of these 2 beautiful new ships, and similar, very similar, but not really identical to our Vista class ships.
Yeah, they feel very much like the Vista class in terms of the general arrangement. So if you know your way around the Carnival Vista, Horizon, or Panorama, you're going to feel right at home here, but with a very, very different look and feel, a very unique Italian styling that's really beautiful.
Let's get started and jump right in. So where do we begin?
Oh, there's so much to talk about, and we're so excited to introduce Carnival Fun Italian Style. And just like everything we do on all of our ships, fun is at the heart of everything we do, but the experience on these ships will be really unique. There's the unique Italian styling inside, and you'll notice it from the moment that you come aboard. And we have some new concepts that we're excited to introduce today, as well as talk about some of the programming and the entertainment offerings. So there's still more to come after today, but I think this will give everyone a very good flavor of what Carnival Fun Italian Style is all about.
Okay. Well, let's get the first slide up here for us, and this goes back to, I think, my comments that this is still a Costa ship on the outside, so you'll see their distinctive funnel, the blue and the yellow covers, but this is clearly going to be part of the Carnival family. And you and I, along with a broader team, actually had an opportunity to go to Istanbul.
That's right.
When was that?
That was in May.
In May. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe it's already December. So we had a chance to be touring for several days on the ship and kind of brainstorming what we thought we could do to make this truly a Carnival Fun ship Italian style. So let's begin with the main...
Sure, Piazza San Marco. So this is the first thing guests will see when they board the ship. It's our beautiful 3-deck high atrium. It's inspired by the Piazza San Marco, the main square in Venice. So you see there's a column and the Lion of Venice perched above that column. A beautiful bar beneath a painted sky. Fun fact about the bar, if you look closely at the front of the bar, you'll see feathers. It kind of plays off of, the idea there's a lot of times you see pigeons in Piazza San Marco.
There's a lot of pigeons in New York, too.
Pigeons in New York, yeah. So great spot to have your morning coffee here, cocktails. There's a stage, live music in the afternoon and the evening. Really stunning space.
It really is so elegant, and I'm very excited. So part of our brainstorm was how could we use this space and really activate it on one of the special evenings that we have on all of our cruises, which is the captain's cocktail party, where he gets to introduce all of his officers. So let's talk a little bit about the captain's Venetian toast.
Yes, it's a long-standing tradition on cruises, but on this ship, we'll put a Venetian spin on it, and it'll really be a beautiful event. Our staff are going to be adorned in beautiful Venetian costumes. Guests will have the opportunity to bring masks from home or purchase them on board.
Like these?
Oh, yes.
So these are our official Venetian masks for the party.
Very good. photo opportunities
Yes.
with your masks, live music. Our horns and string trios will play on the stage, performing some music from our Celestial Strings production show that we offer on many of our ships.
Which always includes that finale, the Italian opera.
Messendorma.
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So it'll be really perfect in this venue.
Yep.
All right, I think next, and I think this may be my favorite spot on this ship. This is the Lido deck, believe it or not, and clearly unique. Now, this ship has a magrodome, which is why we thought what a perfect ship to bring to New York year-round, because obviously in the winter months as we leave New York, we're probably going to keep that magrodome closed, and then in the warmer months it'll open up. But you can see this space is actually 2 levels with the pool, and we're going to talk about some of the other really interesting features and fun that people will be able to have in this space. So
when you're there, you'll feel like you're in the Italian Riviera. I mean, there's fountains, there's storefronts, beautiful columns everywhere. And we have around the 4 corners of this beautiful Lido deck, we have some new concepts that we're excited to introduce that'll make the place feel very, very different and very fun.
Well, we had to lean into the fun, so I know one of those spots that we wanted to talk about is the Rococo bar. And you can see this is, Baroque art, Rococo, pretty serious, beautifully done. And actually, there's a shot of me when we were on the ship. And of course, we just couldn't be that serious and be Carnival. So we decided that Baroque should go pop.
Yep. Very good. It's beautiful spot, very fun, very playful. It's by the pool, so there'll be a nice offering of frozen drinks. So if pina colada or daiquiris are your thing, you'll be able to get that here. But we're also leaning into Italy, so we have frozen limoncello and some other fun layered frozen drinks that we'll be serving here as you're surrounded by some really fun artwork as well.
And then the other spot that was also a favorite during our visit, we're talking about some of the other things that we've got. Java Blue Cafe, right,
Yep.
which is on every Carnival ship.
On every Carnival ship, but what's unique on Carnival Venezia is that it's situated here in our Lido deck, right across the pool area from Rococo. There you see an image of it there. Beautiful area, floor-to-ceiling glass, great spot in the morning to get your coffee in and take in the views. And unique to this ship, we'll be serving gelato, a selection of gelato,
Which we all did, not just me. Everyone, we did do a very good tasting of the gelatos, and they are really fantastic. So our team has to make sure we get that recipe from our Costa friends. But this is really a beautiful spot. I spent an afternoon working in here, and the views are really spectacular. So let's talk about our next featured spot on Lido.
Tomodoro, Mex-Italian fusion. So if you love the Blue Iguana Cantina, you're going to love Tomodoro. It is, we have a variety of tacos and burritos, just like Blue Iguana, open for breakfast and for lunch. But then we also have some new fun offerings where we're incorporating some Italian ingredients. So some of the offerings will feature Italian meatballs, or we're working in some Sicilian rotisserie chicken, and some unique offerings that'll be featured here.
Well, we're getting known for our fusion creations, because on our Excel class ships, of course, we have shebang, which is Asian and Mexican fusion.
Right.
And so now we have Mexican with Italian.
Yep.
So Tomodoro, I think it's a great name. Lots of tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes. All right.
With a sombrero.
With a sombrero. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a Carnival cruise ship unless we had Guy's Burger Joint.
Absolutely. And this is Guy's Burger Joints. So your favorites from Guy's Burger Joints will be available here, but there's also some new recipes that Guy and his team are working on. The pepperoni pizza burger. I really can't wait to try that. And it has a slightly different look and feel. We have some, Guy is from Italy, so we have some artwork in the back pointing to Guy's Italian roots and some Italian street signs and all of that. And I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I think so too. I think he and his son actually were in Italy doing some filming. So we'll look forward to welcoming Guy and his family on board. And then next, we also have some exciting events planned for this space that really will bring it to life. So the sail away party will be in this space.
That's right. Italian sail away party. Our fun squad will be dressed like Venetian gondoliers and fun Italian music, tarantella. And then there's also a fun evening event on most of the cruises.
Well, we were really trying to figure out how we could activate this space for one special, really fun event. And so we've got a street party concept that will take place here in the evening after dinner one night, where we will. Why don't you tell a little bit about the entertainment and
Little Italy comes to Carnival Venezia, and we'll be here. We have the big dance floor, the stage, live music, probably some more tarantella, Italian finger foods, some past desserts, and it'll feel like you're an Italian feast, and it'll be a lot of fun. A fun spin on our very popular deck parties.
And gelato eating.
Gelato eating competition is in the works. Maybe pasta eating competitions. So
we'll get ready for that. Another low calorie cruise.
And as you look at the space, you see there's two decks. So the upper level is also really beautiful. It has a lot of nice intimate seating areas, great place to chill during the day. And we're also working in some fun Italian games like bocce and ping pong and foosball. So a lot of nice, great place that'll be activated throughout the day.
Now, I know we also want to talk about some of the features that we have for the families that sail with us. We have more families and kids that sail with Carnival than any other cruise line. So we want to make sure also on this ship that families know there'll be plenty for kids to do. And of course, all of our youth camps will be available and open on Venezia, and the great waterworks that we've got as well.
Absolutely. And we have our ropes course. And also the youth team is putting together some fun offerings for our younger guests in Camp Ocean and in the Circle C and Club O2. Also, were opportunities where you can educate our younger guests about the different regions of Italy through fun arts and crafts and games, gondola races, and so there's going to be a lot of fun activities coming.
Okay, back to food. So I think that this is the most beautiful main dining room that really leans into its name for Venice, obviously. This is the Canal Grande dining room, and it really is just amazing to see a restored gondola that is in the center of that dining room. And I think what we're going to do to lean into this feeling is leverage a little bit of our cucina restaurant on the menu.
So every night on the main menu, in addition to the broader menu that we typically serve, we will have some Italian offerings nightly, including some from our Cucina del Capitano restaurant, which we have on many of our ships. And I agree, it really is stunning between the full-size gondola, the painted ceiling, and then when you go all the way to the aft end, there's just these panoramic views. It's a really beautiful restaurant. And then we have the Marco Polo restaurant, which is the other one of our main dining rooms, which is also very beautiful.
Which is also beautiful, and we'll be doing our chef's table actually in this dining room up on the
upper
level that will have this great view of the full dining room. So I think people will really enjoy that, and so that's really exciting. We've got another restaurant that we're going to talk about, the Strada Grill.
Sure. So on the Lanai, we have our barbecue outlets. On Carnival Venezia on the Lanai, we have La Strada Grill. La Strada means street, so it's an Italian street grill, and we'll have salads and some grilled meats and sandwiches and a really nice offering and an alternative to eating in the beautiful Lido Marketplace up on the upper decks.
Well, and then we've got something that we're not ready to completely reveal yet, but we're working on a new concept, which will be an Italian specialty restaurant. And I understand, I want to make sure this doesn't get cut from the budget, that we're going to have an oven that will make focaccia bread.
So it's that's right. So in addition to the main galley, we'll have a show kitchen with an oven. You'll have the smell of fresh baked focaccia there. It'll be right on deck 5 on the main promenade, and also it's on the Lanai deck. So there'll be outdoor seating as well, and it'll be a really beautiful restaurant.
And that's going to be open for some brunch too?
Brunch and also for dinner.
For dinner.
Select sea day brunches is, yep.
That'll be nice. Okay. Now we go on to the bar. So this was one of my requests because our sister brand Costa has an Excel ship called Costa Smeralda, and they had the most beautiful red Campari bar, and I thought, well, let's do a little bit of that for Venezia, and you can see this beautiful Amari bar is really right there in the center of lots of activity. It's a beautiful bar, and as you said, our alchemy guests,
they're going to love it here. So if you love alchemy, this will be your spot. Many of the alchemy favorites will be served here on the menu, but Amari actually means bitter, and it refers to some of the bitter liqueurs like Aprile and Campari, so this will be a great spot for Negronis, Spagliati, and a number of other fun Italian cocktails in addition to the alchemy favorites.
yeah, and it's really a beautiful space. And then not to be outdone, but then we have Frizzante, which is really all about what does that mean in
Frizzante,
Italian?
it means effervescent.
Effervescent.
So it's just a few steps down from Amari, and so drinks with bubbles, Bellinis, beers, Prosecco, more Aperol Spritz.
So this will be a bar right outside of the new specialty
That's correct.
Italian restaurant around the corner from Ocean Plaza.
That's right, and also open in the morning for coffees, for your specialty coffees, cappuccinos and espressos and lattes, and a really nice fun offering.
So that'll be in addition to Java Blue,
That's
which people
correct,
can
yep.
go up to Lido Pool or
Yep.
here.
And in addition to the Atrium Bar, where we also serve coffee. So lots of places on board for coffee.
And then right around the corner, as I said, which is on our ships would be Ocean Plaza, we now have renamed the Gondola Lounge. So
Absolutely. So it's like Ocean Plaza, lots of fun activities here throughout the day. We're on our lanai deck, so there's access to the outdoor deck where there's many places to relax and sun lounge and sit and enjoy the views. Live music at night. The carpet looks like water, so it's inspired by the Venetian canals, and really great spot.
So this will be a great spot that's really activated a lot.
Throughout the day, absolutely.
Yeah, and the evening. And then I guess this next one may be your favorite spot, I think,
I
right?
have so many favorites on board, but the Carnivale Bar and Lounge. So this is all the way aft on deck 5, and so if you're familiar with the Vista class, this is where we would have our Havana bar. So on this ship we have the Carnivale Lounge, inspired by the Carnivale di Venezia, the Venetian Carnival. So we'll have some artwork here that represents the masks and also some LED screens, and showing different scenes from this beautiful, beautiful Venetian Carnival, and featuring Italian wines as well as full liquor bar. And then when you step outside, we have Terrazza Carnivale, which feels like a chic rooftop bar, really beautiful spot, open to everyone in the evening for guests to enjoy and listen to the music and enjoy the stars, the moon, and all of that.
So similar to Havana, where in the evening it's activated for everyone, and then you're going to talk about when we get to the section on
That's right.
cabins that we've got some unique offering for
That's
the
right.
guests that choose to stay in these specialty cabins.
That's right.
All right. Well, here's another one. I can keep saying these. Another one of my favorites. Everybody knows and loves our Serenity Deck, which is adults only. It's a little bit of a quieter spot for people who want to get away. And of course, they've had a great spritz bar. For people who just want to chill with a spritz, whether it's Aperol or Campari spritz, leaning into that, which has become so popular for people, and I think this will be a nice getaway.
Yeah, great spot on deck 15, variety of furniture types, sunbeds, 2 whirlpools, so a really nice adults-only retreat.
Great. Okay, back to entertainment.
Okay.
So the Teatro Rosso, which I said when I walked in, looks like an opera house at La Scala in Milano. So talk a little bit about this beautiful theater.
Really beautiful 2-deck high theater. We have our red tufted velvety seats. We have a bar in the back. Or stage, we're going to be featuring our playlist productions that we have on our ships that our guests know and love, including one really special one. Do you want to tell us about the show coming from?
From Carnival Celebration. So Color My World, which was just introduced on Celebration, Carnival Venezia will be the second ship in the fleet to receive this production show. And it really is a beautiful story about an artist and his assistant. And there actually is a live artist
painting,
that will be painting on stage during this show.
Really awesome show. And then we'll have a number of others, including Epic Rock. We'll have Broadway Beats taking you through New York City. And also Vintage Pop, which is kind of New York City in the roaring 20s with Prohibition and Speakeasy, and then Family Feud, which is super popular and coming to Carnival Venezia.
Yeah, and Family Feud's going to be coming across the Carnival fleet, but as you know, it is really, you do feel like you're sitting in the TV audience watching the Family Feud show.
Feels like you're right there. Yeah,
it'll be good. Okay, over to cabins. So let's talk about the stateroom options that we have.
So cabins are really beautiful. Layouts very similar to the Vista class, but with nice Italian styling, photo murals over the back bed showing scenes of Venice. And even as you walk through the cabin corridors, you'll see all these beautiful images of Venice. We have our gold frame mirror. We've received some questions about the power outlets, so yes, we will have standard US outlets, USB sockets on the vanity, and also by the bedside. The bathrooms are really beautiful. We don't have a picture here, but again, you have that gold frame mirror in the bathroom, glass shower doors.
That's a big popular thing.
Absolutely. And then we have a new category of stateroom that we're excited to introduce, the terrazza staterooms. So these are situated on the aft end of the ship. Some of them, even like the one pictured here, are right on the lanai deck, kind of like our Havana cabanas. Here we have terrazza cabanas, so you have your own private patio. You can even hook on a little hammock and swing in your hammock on your own private patio. And then we also have some terrazza interiors and terrazza balcony cabins.
And these guests will have access to the lounge for continental breakfast.
That's right. They'll have access to the Carnivale lounge for continental breakfast daily in the morning, and also daytime exclusive access to Terrazza Carnivale. And this branded robes. So here, actually, this is our Terrazza Carnivale. Again, it has some of the best views on board. I mean, there's so many great spaces on the ship to enjoy the ocean views, but Terrazza Carnivale is terraced. It's in many respects feels more open than the Vista class Havana pool deck. We don't have a pool, but we do have these two whirlpools that we're adding, and the back level is terraced. So I mean, it's just really, really great views. One of the perks for the guests here is an invitation to an exclusive sail away event with live music. So when you're sailing out of New York, especially in the winter months, and if it's cool, we actually going to have heaters and blankets. So this is really this is a space that's usable and enjoyable all year round.
I think that's a bucket list for people to be able to sail from New York Harbor, the Statue of Liberty, under the Verrazano Bridge. It's always that hold your breath moment because the ships always look like they're about to touch, but we don't.
I never miss it. It's one of the most exciting things to do when you're sailing out of New York.
It really is beautiful. Well, I think maybe that's where I want to stay. All right. Well, I think that brings us pretty much to the end of what we're ready to share today. And don't forget, Venezia has a sister. So while Venezia will be arriving and her first cruise out of New York will be on June 15th to Bermuda, her sister, Carnival Venezia, will be sailing from Long Beach, California, beginning in 2024. As they say, andiamo?
Andiamo. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.